Hello, it is Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Wednesday crossword today, which means midweek, mid-difficulty crossword, and I don't have very much time to solve today, so hopefully I can do this one a little bit more quickly than usual. We'll see if that works out. And in any case, this perhaps very slightly quicker edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Alex, Laura Sexton, and, as always, the indomitable Shoalmaster and the ineffable Josh Bordeaux. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They are, of course, keeping this channel going. They're sustaining it day in, day out, and for that, I'm very grateful. Thank you to those four. Thanks to everybody who's a patron of the channel. You can become one if you'd be interested in those bonus videos at patreon.com/dailysolve or via the description field link. And as well as the bonus videos, there is, for benefactors, the Daily Solve Let's Check the Crosses official mug. I should remember to put that on camera again one of these days. Anyway, thank you to everybody who's a patron. I really do appreciate it. Thanks as well if you've subscribed to the channel on YouTube, which is a big help, and if you occasionally comment, like the videos, and so on. Those things are all helpful. All right, let's get on to the crossword, which has been constructed by Jeffrey Martinovic. He's constructed around half a dozen puzzles for the New York Times. It was edited, once again, by Joel Faliano. Let's start solving, see what sort of themed puzzle is in store for us this Wednesday. And as we often do, as we occasionally do anyway with themed puzzles, we have a grid that is symmetrical about a vertical axis. It almost looks like a little face in here, almost like a sort of pug's face or something. Anyway, we'll find out if that has any relevance to anything. Probably not. Bread spread. A pat of butter? I don't think that's very likely. Protrudes. No. Lickety split. ASAP or stat, maybe. Oh, if it were ASAP, the bread spread could be jam. That's much better than a pat of butter. Let's try that. And then ASAP protrudes, juts, as in juts out from a rocky outcropping or something. International baseball powerhouse. Well, the USA, I think, could fairly be called that. Home to Haleakala National Park. I assume this is in Hawaii, but I don't know the specific location. Oh, Maui Island, maybe? Letter before upsilon. There we go. Tau. Okay. So, like proverbial milk. Yes, spilt. Don't cry over spilt milk, as they say. So is it Maui Island then? In the state of Hawaii? Let's see if that's right. Before sunrise actor. Ethan Hawke and, well, let's see. The New York Times usually indicates actor or actress, so it's probably Ethan Hawke in the sort of Before series by Richard Linklater. What would that mean for this? Home? Oh, Maui, Hawaii. Oh, I see. Okay, we're listing the state as well. Okay, that makes sense. Great. I think that's probably correct then. So then, word often confused with lie. Oh, lay. Yes, people do often say lay in the present, sort of improperly in the present tense. They say, I'm going to, I'm going to lay down. I guess that's the future and constructed in that case. But yeah, I'm going to lie down would be what you would say. Although over time, this may end up effectively changing in the language if enough people continue to say it that way. Pass along my regards. Say hi. Balloon would be, I assume this means balloon as in grow, as in the verb, because I don't know what the synonym of balloon, the noun, would be. What about this? That's gross. Ew. Oh, swell. Yes. Okay. The figures are ballooning. They're swelling, or, something physically is ballooning or swelling. Word often confused with fewest. Oh, least. Right. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Is this thematic, maybe? Word often confused with lie, lay. Word often confused with fewest, least, indeed. So the fewest number of something would refer to something that is countable. If someone has 3 of something, someone has 5, and someone has 7, the person with 3 has the fewest, not the least. The least would refer to a sort of uncountable quantity, like, a sort of amount of water, something like that. All right, end of an ultimatum. Else. Yeah, do it or else. It allows for venting a slit in, I guess it could be clothing or it could be, a wall or something. I don't know. Family Guy, baby. Oh, the character of Stewie from the cartoon Family Guy. And then designer Saab. Oh, right. Okay. Is this of the auto manufacturer, presumably? Maybe the founder of the company, Eli Saab. I didn't know that person's name, but there we have it. Slow down, spelled unusually. Is this part of the theme as well? Sort of slow down, spelled unusually. I'm not quite sure I understand what that's looking for. What about this? This was almost done. Hold on. Oh, this has an asterisk, but these didn't. No. Okay. So these those little grammatical things are not related to the theme. Okay. Hold on. Repeat that. Say what? There we go. That's correct. Furniture retailer with an arboreal name. So something relating to trees. What would that mean here? Don't think I know that. Speck or Serrano? Ham. Speck or Serrano, those are ham types. Okay. Highfalutin. Right. And then what is this pointing to? Feature of the puzzle's grid and the answers to the 6-starred clues. There are a lot of similar letters. There's a W and an H and an I. No, never mind. There are not very many similar letters. Okay, I'm not sure. Highfalutin. I can't quite tell what's going on. Let's try and solve some other ones of these. Musical whose name is an Italian exclamation. Mamma Mia. The jukebox musical featuring ABBA, the music of ABBA. All right, here we go. Evil laugh. Oh, mwahaha. Okay, there is something going on with some of these repeated letters. I mean, there are quite a few HAs in. Yeah, there are. There's an HA here and here. Oh no, but there isn't here. What am I missing about this? It feels that there's something. My brain is scratching at something, but I can't quite piece it together. What about this one? Slow down, spelled unusually. I don't know what that's about. Calculus calculation. A tangent or I'm not sure what we're looking for there, sorry. 1983 comedy about a stay-at-home dad, Oh, Mr. Mom, which I've never actually seen, but I am aware of broadly. Michael Keaton, maybe? I'm not sure. Calculus calculation. What is it? You game? Up for it, or you game? Revolutionary car part. An axle, maybe? Does that work with this? Calculus calculation. I'm not sure. Let's see if anything else here works. Lewis, who sang the theme for Avatar. I have absolutely not even the slightest clue. Depict in drawing. Depict in drawing. I don't know that either. Celebrity whose middle name is Gail, appropriately enough. It brightens up the room. Okay, I'm not sure this is right. It could be, but I'm not certain. First line of a classic Dr. Seuss book. Sam I Am, maybe? I don't remember if that's actually the first line of that book. I don't know. Okay, I'm really slowing down here. Old Testament prophet Isaiah. Unhappy happenings. Ills. Right, an ill may befall you, an unhappy happening. Epic story could be a saga. The smallest amount, an atom, maybe, sort of building block of matter. Down, no, sad. Oh, a tad. Oh, I see. The smallest amount is just a tad. Okay, different way of thinking about the smallest amount. Down is sad. Airport code in Queens, LGA, that's LaGuardia International Airport. And feature of this puzzle's grid and the answers to the 6-starred clues. the puzzle, the actual grid. What is? I don't understand what it's looking for. It'll seem very clear once I get it, but I don't yet know. Get one's act together to shape up. Where a cure may be discovered in a laboratory, a lab. Source of unwanted bugs. An app, maybe? A piece of software? Bottomless pit. Oh. An abyss. Oh, a spy, maybe, is the source of the unwanted bugs. Okay. So bugs in the sense of listening devices. I should have taken into account that question mark, indicating a pun. Absolutely is yes. Oh, this is the calculus calculation. Modulus? Is that? It's not calculus. Is it? Maybe it is. Or maybe it's a different word and I'm just not thinking of it. Okay, so what is this? Late. I just can't see this. It's infuriating. Slow down spells. Keep going back to that. Still don't know what it is. Tragic NASA mission of 1967, Apollo 1. There we go. All right. Celebrity whose middle name is Gail, appropriately enough. Oprah? Why is that appropriate? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a very obvious fact about Oprah that makes this appropriate, but I'm not sure what it is. Apologies. Depict in drawing. Food in Sing a Song of Sixpence is a pie. The blackbird's baked into a pie. Depict in drawing. Line? Oh, is this not Mr. Mom? Surely. Depict in drawing. Oh, limb. Like, oh, that's an unusual word. Is that right? No. What am I getting wrong? Oh, maybe this is Mwahaha with an MW. There's something about upside down, turning things upside down with the M and the W. I just can't tell what's going on here. You game. Oh, no, it is limb. That's what I thought. Okay. And this is you game, Wana. All right. So I just had that spelled incorrectly. So Lewis, okay, well, I don't know this person, but Leonie is a name. I've seen it spelled with an I for a woman's name, and then I guess that's more of a surname with an E. So probably the I. Leonie Lewis, maybe? It could be Lewis Leonie. I don't know. I think it's probably this. Oh, no. What is this, though? Revolutionary car part. Calculus calculation. How can I not see what this is? Oh, slow down spelled unusually is woe, I see. And yes, this is indeed the version of it that I do not prefer. I prefer woe to be spelled W-H-O-A. I couldn't really tell you exactly why. It looks much more like how it's said to me somehow when it's spelled this way. Anyway, let's correct this to the strange version to me. Is part of a crew. You're oaring the boat. So lateral symmetry. What does that mean in this context? And the answers to the six. Oh. It's not that they can be turned upside down. I was thinking of M's mirroring to W's, things like that. No, it's that each of these clues has lateral symmetry. It's the thing I observed at the beginning of the puzzle and then completely didn't think to apply to the individual answers. If you sort of folded these answers vertically, the letter forms would match up precisely. That's what's going on here, just as the grid does with its arrangement of black cells. That's very clever. Okay, well, let's finish this off. Maximus. Ah, right. Okay. So, maximus or minimus of a curve or something in calculus. All right, there we go. Maybe this is Leona then, I guess, is Leona Lewis, I suppose, is the answer. So it is the axle, is the car part. And then it brightens up the room as a lamp, of course. First line of a Dr. Seuss book. Oh, maybe it's I am Sam. That would make more sense as a first line. You think I won't? Try me or test me or dare me, maybe? To God in French is adieu, literally to God. Off-roaders for short are ATVs, all-terrain vehicles, perhaps. Some spirits could be rums, spirits in the sense of alcohols, distilled spirits. Figure out is suss out, figure something out. Family Feud host Harvey. Oh, Steve Harvey. This isn't rums. Interesting. Oh, ryes is in rye whiskeys. There we go. That's what it is. Highfalutin is high society or something? No. Right. There's not going to be any, there won't be any E's because those can't be, that's not laterally symmetrical. Regulation followers in brief. Overtimes following regulation time in a match. Gives off, emits. All right. Oh, hoity-toity. That's the term for highfalutin. There we go. It's interesting that there's no apostrophe at the end of highfalutin. I wonder why. Maybe that word has been kind of accepted into dictionaries in this form. Blank jelly, popular bubble tea topping. Is it acai? Is there any chance it's the official superfood berry of the New York Times crossword? I don't think it is. Anyway, match chant is, probably Olay. Non-neutral entity. Ion? A charged particle in that sense? I'm not sure if that's what we're looking for. No. Oh, no, maybe it is, because darn say could be to mend, as into darn socks, to mend them. Distributed without is meted out. Oh, it's aloe. It's completely different. Official New York Times crossword answer. It's the official medicinal plant of the New York Times crossword. Aloe jelly. There we go. Popular bubble tea topping. All right, great. Yale student is an Eli named for the founder of Yale University. Like lizards and fish, they're both scaly. They have scales. And a corporate bigwig is a CEO, a chief executive officer. Gets the copyright, maybe edits copy in the sense of text written for publication. Furniture retailer with an arboreal name. Oh, it's West Elm. This isn't say what. Oh, and of course, if I'd reconsidered the answers I have after understanding the theme, I would have realized this couldn't have been say what, because S is not laterally symmetrical. Okay, so hold on, repeat that. Maybe it's what? Yeah, okay, because West Elm is indeed a furniture retail store. And the name is arboreal because it references a tree, the elm. Pan's domain in Greek myth. I don't remember this. Okay. Sound of hesitation. Or maybe? Alternative to Pepto-Bismol. This is it's sort of indigestion medication? I'm not exactly sure what this would be. Down blank, memorized. If you have something memorized, you have it down pat. Viewing aid could be a scope for a, camera, or just on its own as a telescope or something. Word after a reveal could be ta-da. Oh, why did I put an R here? Oh, because I thought that's what that was going to be. It isn't. Hicadia, that sounds familiar. Actor Simu. Oh, Simu Liu is the name of an actor. Imodium. I think I've heard of that medication. Oh, this is wrong. It's Arcadia. It is Arcadia. That sounds more familiar than Hicadia. There we go. All right. So hold on. Repeat that. Is wait what? This is Imodium, which I guess sounds honestly equally familiar to me to whatever wrong version of it I had before, but they both sound like medications. Sound of hesitation is indeed erm. And now we just have this little corner. To more than surprise someone is to stun them. A host is an army, a large number. A classic computer game in MoMA's video game collection. Must be Myst, which was an adventure game from, I think, 1993, in which you explore an island packed with obscure puzzles. And I have a friend who now works on this series. It's been her lifelong video game love, and now she is working on it. I'm very happy for her. Sounds of hesitation are ums and media initials since 1851. New York Times. Oh, there we go. A fitting final clue. The publication whose puzzle we're currently solving. And no, I got something wrong. Okay, I'm going to have to go through this quickly. Maybe I'll pause the video while I do that. I will. Okay, I think it's this. I had to go through the entire acrosses and did not see this. This is actually quite a tricky thing. I think Maximus, which I was thinking seems strange. That sounds like a Roman name. It's probably maximum. And abysm is a much more, I think, much less commonly used word than abyss. And so therefore, I never would have thought to rethink abyss in the acrosses, and indeed I didn't. But I think the calculus calculation is probably maximum. And I remember when I was saying it, when I was saying maximus and minimus, I remember thinking, that sounds strange, but it must be right. But no, I think it's probably maximum. It is. That was it. That was a fiendish. That was a fiendish final conclusion. I suspect quite a few people made that exact mistake because abyss is 100% appropriate and reasonable, and maximus sounds plausible enough that, given the complete, certainty I would have had around abyss, you could see many people simply skating by that. Let me know if you did. Anyway, that was the Wednesday crossword. Let's take a look at the theme again. Lateral symmetry. This is quite clever. All of our theme answers are indeed symmetrical about this vertical axis. They're sort of, if you fold them laterally, you'd see their symmetry exhibited. So Maui, Hawaii, wait what, mwahaha, maximum, mamma mia, and hoity-toity. Oh, and of course, the exact same thing applies to maximus as did to whatever I had earlier in the grid. Say what, which now I'm realizing doesn't even fit. What did I have in there before? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I had an S in there somewhere, and that was impossible because of the theme, and I didn't even think of that element when I was doing my check. I could have figured out that mistake much more quickly than I did, but that's fine. Anyway, very clever theme, whose theme actually had the key to solving what I suspect would have been a very common mistake, although I'm a little bit less frustrated with it now that I realize that the mistake I made could have been more easily corrected thanks to the theme. Anyway, a very clever idea, nicely executed. And there we have it. That was the Wednesday crossword. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow for the Thursday crossword, which will also have some kind of interesting theme. Join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Wednesday. Take care.